Hello children, a very warm welcome to the virtual session again. So let us see what are we going to do today. We are going to continue with the chapter 6, part 13, physical and chemical changes. So let us see what are we going to do. We will continue with the additional questions. Let us see. You are not going to write, you just go through the video. You are going to recap concepts through additional questions. I hope the actual exercise question answers you have written in your notebook. For this, you just make a note in your notebook that these sessions we had additional questions, and then you can revise with the help of the video, children. The video links are there with you. You can revise anytime. So you need not write everything in the notebook. You can go to the video again. You can recap concepts through additional questions. So over here, we will continue with question number 16. In a previous session, we have done till question number 15. So today we are going to start with question number 16. Write word equations for two chemical reactions with the help of materials given in the box. Now they are asking you to write word equation. That means in words, not in a symbolic form, not using chemical formulae. Here you will just write in words. You have to pick up words given in the box below. What is given in the box? Air, copper sulfate, iron, vinegar, iron oxide, carbon dioxide, iron sulfate, copper, lime water, and water. These are the words given to you. You have to pick it up and you have to make word equations. Let us see. Now, first one, you have iron plus air plus water giving you iron oxide. This is rusting, which you have already done. You know iron is attacked by the atmospheric oxygen and water vapor. So when you are writing iron plus air, that means iron plus oxygen plus water gives you iron oxide. That is oxidation of iron, and this process is rusting. What happens when iron is attacked by oxygen and water? You get iron oxide. So this is the word equation. You have picked up word from the box and you got this word equation. Second word equation, copper sulfate plus iron, when they react, copper sulfate, in copper sulfate, copper will be displaced by iron because iron is more reactive than copper. Isn't it, children? So it will displace copper from copper sulfate solution, and you will get the product as iron sulfate plus copper. Copper will be displaced by iron because iron is more reactive. So this is another word equation which you will get from the words given in the box. Isn't it, children? I think this concept is clear with you. We'll go for next. Now we will see some short answer type questions. We just go through the video, children. We have to recap concepts. I have picked up some questions from the NCERT exemplars. Some concepts were important over there, and we have picked up some questions from there. You just go through the video. Question 1. Classify the following processes into physical or chemical changes. First one, beating of aluminum metal to make aluminum foil. Now when you are beating aluminum metal to make aluminum foil, you have seen aluminum foil in which food is packed. You remember when you go to school or when you go for picnic or you go anywhere for a tour, for a visit, you carry food and it is packed in aluminum foil. Aluminum foil is used for packing food. It's very good for packing food. So those aluminum foil, when you are making aluminum foil from aluminum, are you changing any chemical composition? Can you think about it? So what kind of change do you think over here? The change will be physical change, because beating of aluminum metal to make aluminum foil will only be a physical change. What about digestion of food? Digestion of food, when you are eating food and when as you eat food, it goes into the mouth and your digestion process starts. You all know, because the salivary glands will excrete saliva, it will give out saliva. That saliva secretion will help for the digestion, for the beginning of the digestion of the food. And when it goes through the esophagus and it goes towards stomach, then the digestion process takes place, and digestion of food is a chemical process where the food broken down in the mouth and swallowed, and then all digestive juices get added, and therefore it is a chemical change. Then you will not get the food back. Therefore, can you think of digestion of food? Digestion of food will be a chemical change. And what about cutting of a log of wood into pieces? Let us see. It's a physical change because cutting of log of wood is change. You are not bringing any change in the chemical composition. You are just cutting into pieces, and there will be no chemical change happening in the log of wood. Burning of crackers, you will see lots of smokes comes out when you burn crackers. That means there is some chemical change happen. If you have crackers burning, it will give light, it will give out heat, it will give out so many gases. So burning of cracker again is a chemical change. So the answer is given in this format. Physical changes are beating of aluminium metal to make aluminium foil, and cutting of log of wood into pieces will be the physical change. Chemical changes are digestion of food and burning of crackers. Question number 2. Explain the following. Lime water turns milky on passing carbon dioxide gas through it. You have to explain it. And bubbles are produced when acetic acid added to solution of sodium hydrogen carbonate. That means sodium bicarbonate. Chemical formula of sodium bicarbonate, NaHCO3. This we have all done. Let us see the answer. So here you can see carbon dioxide gas produced in the reaction passing through freshly prepared lime water is shown over here. So over here you can see freshly prepared lime water and carbon dioxide gas produced due to, in the left hand side you see the test tube have a cork closed so that the gas, carbon dioxide gas, comes out due to the reaction of baking soda and vinegar. That gas has a the test tube has a cork so that you trap gas, and you have a thin outlet of a fine capillary tube or delivery tube which will where carbon dioxide gas will travel, and it will go to the another test tube where you have a freshly prepared lime water. Can you see this? Carbon dioxide gas is released due to the reaction of baking soda and vinegar, which you have done. So passing of carbon dioxide gas through lime water. Lime water is calcium hydroxide solution. Do you all know that? Yes. I have repeated in the previous session also. So when carbon dioxide gas is passed through lime water, what happened? Then calcium hydroxide combines with carbon dioxide to form a white solid substances. Calcium carbonate that is formed, which makes lime water milky. The reaction is given below. This chemical change can be written in the form of word equation as calcium hydroxide plus carbon dioxide gives calcium carbonate plus water. Now you can write the chemical with the help of the symbolic equations, with the help of chemical formulae. CaOH twice, that is lime water, or you can, it's a calcium hydroxide plus CO2 gives calcium carbonate, that is CaCO3, that makes lime water milky, and water is given out. This reaction we have already done, and here they have discussed in the form of short answer with the help of the equation. Isn't it? The reaction we have discussed, we have seen the experimental setup how it is done. Then the reaction between lime water and carbon dioxide gas is a chemical change because new substance calcium carbonate is formed. Isn't it, children? Can you see this reaction? A new substance calcium carbonate is formed from calcium hydroxide. Therefore, it's a chemical change. The turning of lime water into milky is a standard test of carbon dioxide. This is a confirmatory standard test to check the presence of carbon dioxide. If you pass it through lime water and lime water turns milky, that means the gas which you are passing through lime water is carbon dioxide gas. Is a standard confirmatory test for carbon dioxide. I hope this question is clear with you, children. Then second part of it, when baking soda, that is sodium hydrogen carbonate, and vinegar, that is acetic acid, are mixed together, then a chemical change takes place between sodium hydrogen carbonate and acetic acid to form three new substances. We have seen these reactions earlier in the previous session, isn't it, children? So let us see what happens when sodium hydrogen carbonate, that is baking soda, plus acetic acid, that is vinegar, which you can find it in your kitchen. It is added in food to add flavor. Okay, so acetic acid is commonly used in the kitchen. When you react them, you can do this reaction at home. You get Brix effervescence, lots of carbon dioxide gas is released, plus there's a formation of sodium acetate, that is salt, and water remain in the solution. So these are the this is the word equation for the reaction. There's a formation of sodium salt of the acetic acid plus carbon dioxide gas and water is given out. So you can see over here this reaction, bubbles of carbon dioxide gas given out when you add baking soda and vinegar in the test tube. At home you can try in a small glass, you can take some vinegar, you add baking soda, you will see lots of bubbles of carbon dioxide gas comes out. The reaction is similar to when you actually add Eno to water. You can see bubbles of carbon dioxide coming, lots of bubbles of carbon dioxide gas comes out. So this is the reaction. Now question number 3. Is cloud formation a physical change or chemical change? Explain. Now you will have this kind of application questions in the exam. You should be able to apply those concepts which you have already learned. So can you make any guess? Is it a physical change or a chemical change? You should know the process. What is cloud formation? Formation of cloud is a physical change because clouds are formed by the condensation of water vapors present in the atmosphere. You all know this cloud formation process is a condensation of water vapors. We have water vapors in the atmosphere and they condense and then they form water droplets. So when rainwater goes back on the earth, no new product is formed. Therefore, it is a physical change. That means the chemical composition of water, whether it's in the form of clouds, whether it's in the form of ice, whether it is in the form of snow, whether it is in the form of water on earth, it will remain H2O. Therefore, it is a physical change. No new substance is formed during condensation of water vapors. So, cloud formation is a physical change. I hope this concept is clear with you, children. Thank you, children. I hope the concepts are clear with you. You are enjoying the recap of the sessions or review of the concepts for you, children, to have a drill of those concepts. Have a wonderful day, children. Thank you.